This is the most difficult hike I have ever done in my life.
Where are we?
We are close to Mount Rinjani. The elevation is about 600 meters from now. And we won't be smiling anymore.
This is our guide, Maddie, and we are heading to the tour shop to leave our luggage and to pack as light as possible. Then we headed to our starting point at Sembalun village at 1156 meters elevation. We are on a 3 days 2 night Mount Rinjani excursion. This mountain is an active volcano in Indonesia on the island of Lombok. The volcano rises to about 3,726 meters, making it the second highest volcano in Indonesia. So, it's not going to be an easy hike for sure, but we are up for the challenge. Our target for today is Sembalun Crater Rim. This is where we will camp for the night. The first part of the trek is fairly flat. There are no trees or shades. It is mainly grass, so it's very important to use enough sunscreen because it can get really hot, believe me. We are now at the position 2 for our lunch break. These are our porters and they will also be cooking for us throughout this trip. The resting areas looks very crowded, like a refugee camp here. So this is our lunch. Bon appetit.
Just had a
Hello.
lunch.
We just finished stop 2. This cake.
Piece
On
of
the way to
cake.
stop 3 after lunch.
Right. And since
It's
lunch,
so easy.
we've been climbing only. So we're gonna get hungry very soon.
After the position number 2, the hike was getting more and more vertical. I was breathing dust the entire time and I didn't bring any buff to cover my face. It was a big mistake and I was too tired to film. Finally, we reached the crater after 7 hours of walking. We are above the clouds here and the sight is priceless. I feel so lucky because we are in the front row seat of this magnificent view. We also have a private toilet. Lots of monkey here, so watch out for your belongings. What a rewarding day. Bedtime now because our next hike starts at 2 a.m. We are walking in the dark. I could only see a sheen of light from people's head torch all the way. We aim to reach the peak right before the sunrise. Let's see if we could make it on time. The first part of our hike was steep and plenty of dust. And then the second part is made of dark sand. And the third part is made of loose gravels. Every now and then, our guide will distribute chocolate bar to bring up our energy level. This section of the track is much tougher than it looks. The ground is coated in the deep layer of fine volcanic sand. It is almost like quicksand. Every 2 steps we take, it feels like we slide back 1 step. Now we are at 3/4 of the way to the summit and the sun is appearing. We made so many resting stops along the way, it was just necessary. Last stretch of the hike, which is about 500 meters vertical, it took us 1.5 hours to climb this last bit. At this level of elevation, there are almost 20% less oxygen and it is getting harder to breathe. It's good that we did an overnight stop to acclimatize. So the total hiking time for today is 7 hours since 2 a.m. in the morning, and we are now at the top. We got so lucky that the weather is clear today because someday it could be overcast and you won't be able to see the crater from the top. This site is nothing like I have ever seen before. This feeling of accomplishment is indescribable. Overcoming this difficult track fuel me with confidence on attacking any challenges coming my way. So this is the adrenaline high, me talking. Ask me again how I feel once it's way off. The summit is small, so it could get really crowded on the top. Do you see the colorful tent over here? So this is where we started from today and we walk all the way up. Now it's time to get down. The descent is so nice, almost feel like skiing on the loose rocks and sands. It took us 7 hours to hike up, but only 4 hours to go down. We initially planned to walk around the crater after the summit, then head to the hot spring, but we were too exhausted after the climbs and decided to rest at the camp and save our energy for the next day. You can see the smoke coming out from the volcano. Let's get out of here before it explodes. And I still cannot believe that I conquer Mount Rinjani. We are descending through the same path that we came from, and I can tell you that it is much easier for me descending. The day before, I was so focused on catching my breath climbing, and I didn't look around and enjoy the scenery, but now I do. The dust is enough to annoy you, so a buff or scarf to cover the mouth and the nose will help a lot. These porters have one of the toughest jobs. They climb the mountain several times a week with heavy supplies on their shoulders. How do they do this wearing just slippers? Some are even climbing barefoot. I have so much respect for our porters. Without them, I don't think I'd be able to make it this far.
You know who made it.
Finally, we are at the finish line and pampered ourselves effortlessly in this private resort. This is it for Mount Rinjani. Where should I go next?